Last time on AI, the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative.
Dad, I love you.
Oh! Dahlia?
If I take this route, they'll have to pay me. There's no way they want this getting found.
Come to Horadori Genetics. If you give it back, you'll be rewarded. Terror. Oh no. That thing makes Ryuki black out.
No.
Mr. Komeji, why?
Greetings, my beautiful viewers. I am the Hunter of Comedy, and welcome back to AI, the Somnium Files Nirvana Initiative. So, sadly, last time, some bad things happened, because we got the Shoma and Komeji ending, which was really good and really happy with them finally learning to understand each other. But then, turns out that's not the true ending route, so we had to go back. And unfortunately, Komeji chose money over his son in that route. And so, yeah, he ended up being murdered by terror. Because he apparently had some kind of evidence that would point to terror that he was trying to blackmail him with. Oh, boy. Smiles for tears. Studio Devita. Yep.
And I'm so proud of you, Dad.
You have a nice smile, Shoma.
Oh, man. Oh, no. Oh, no.
I can't link sync now. Not enough battery.
Oh. Shoma.
What can you even say in a situation like this? How could this have happened?
Yeah.
Of course he's not okay.
Yeah, I figured.
Komeji was his father.
Did you see anyone? He's standing there completely stunned. Why are you here?
I figured that something was up with you guys at Shoma's house earlier.
Yeah.
I heard you were talking about terror and going to Devita, so I got worried and came over.
Oh, but we did not come here right away. We first discussed whether we should track you down.
I think it was about 2.5 hours after you left that we decided. We thought we should just come straight here and...
It's 11:30 p.m. now, by the way.
Okay. Did you see anyone?
No, I didn't see anyone until we got inside the studio.
Okay.
Ryuki, you should talk to the others first.
Oh.
I think it's safe to say terror is the culprit. It's the right half of Komeji's body.
Always the right half. Man. You okay?
I guess so.
Are you the ones that helped me?
That is a bit of an exaggeration. We simply untied the rope that bound you.
Oh, so we were tied up. Holy shit.
Rope?
Must be that one over there.
Oh, I see.
Was tied up with that?
Yeah, your hands and feet were tied really tight.
When we arrived, we found you on the ground in that state.
So, Kizzy and I untied the rope.
Did you see anyone?
By anyone, do you mean the culprit?
Well, anyone at all. Like, any suspicious figures, maybe?
No, we did not see a single soul.
Damn. Holy fuck.
I see.
How did you get here?
Ah, there you are.
Is that the taxi driver from the first game? Oh my god!
Here you are, the receipt for your card payment.
Oh, thank you.
Excuse me. But who are you?
What? Oh, I am but a humble taxi driver. I forgot to hand you the receipt earlier.
So you drove these four here?
Indeed, that is correct. I was always quite bad with machines, you see. I let others handle the TV, the music, and other such things. Oh, one time I wanted to listen to a CD, but I didn't know how to open the CD player, so I smashed it with my fist.
Okay. Why are you telling me this?
That is just how terrible with machines I am. That is why I could not handle the card payment as smoothly as I would have liked.
The driver is so weird, but at the same time, like, we know that he's legit.
And while I was fumbling my way through the payment...
He said that the girl with the blue hair in the passenger seat ran out. So it was... Amame.
Mame did?
So she got out of the car first.
Naturally, I was quite flustered by this rowdy display. And so I continued to fumble for 3, 4, no, perhaps even 5 minutes or so.
Damn.
I somehow managed to process the payment, but I was still quite bothered. I returned the credit card, but in my haste, I completely forgot to hand over the receipt.
What were the other three in the back seat doing during all that?
They were waiting the entire time.
The card was Kizzy's, but she was sitting on the far left seat, so Shoma and I didn't get out.
Well, now that that's settled, I will be off. If you'll excuse me.
Is Mame connected to terror somehow? Doesn't seem like she could be. Did you see anyone?
I see. No one saw anything.
You okay?
She seems very shook up. We should let her be for now.
Mame? She already saw Komeji's corpse. She's in no state to talk. Oh boy. Mame went into the studio by herself?
Yes. Kizzy, Shoma, and I went into the studio together.
Mame was already inside.
What is it, Ryuki? Does something bother you about that?
No, it's nothing.
Something bothers me about that.
Tama, have you contacted Abyss and HQ?
Way ahead of you. The investigation team should arrive soon. I've also arranged for a counselor. All 4 of them are in a really bad mental state.
Yeah. Shoma?
Shoma?
Are you okay?
Oh my god, poor kid.
Shoma, wait!
Don't just stand there, Ryuki. Go after him.
Right.
I can't leave the body though. No! Why would we just leave the body? Why are we driving away from the scene? By the time I ran out of the studio, Shoma was already gone. The other 3 must have decided to split up because they scattered in different directions. Thought it'd be better to search a wider area and got in my car, but...
I don't see him anywhere. No response on his phone, and his GPS is off. Where did you go, Shoma?
We had to find him after he stormed out like that. Who knows what he'll do in this state. Calm down, Ryuki. Think about where Shoma might go.
Where he might go. I got it. Shoma must be there.
The rooftop amusement park? Yeah. What?
Shoma!
Well, no big deal. It's a Ferris wheel. He'll come back down if we just wait.
That seemed really ominous. well known. Ryuki Chapter 4, Route 1.
Anyway, this is all a load of bull. Today is Valentine's Day.
What?
It's past midnight, so it's February 14th now.
Alright. Last time I heard that was under much better circumstances.
Oh, but I don't really care about that right now.
How can you not care?
More importantly, Shoma was on the number 2 car, right?
Why do you ask?
Because
Yes, he definitely went in number 2.
I thought so. If that's the case, he should be back soon.
I am concerned.
What?
I knew it!
How?
He's gone. Fuck. But how?
How? We checked every one of the cars, but I don't see Shoma anywhere.
We are living in a false world created by a program. Therefore, if we can rewrite its code, we can create miracles.
It can't be. Impossible. It can't be. It can't be. I know Shoma went on that car. I saw it with my own eyes. And yet...
Whoa!
Hold on. Don't tell me it's happening again.
Ah, shit!
Tama, do you know about this place? I heard about it from Mr. Date. This shrine worships a fruit called the Fruit of Immortality. If you eat it, you will gain eternal youth and life.
Hey, Ryuki, I'm gonna be honest with you. You're not well. Mentally, I mean. You haven't been for a long time now, and I think it's getting worse. You should really see somebody.
I'm fine. Coming to this shrine has calmed me down.
Coming here doesn't solve anything. Praying to a god or Buddha isn't going to heal your heart.
No.
Please, Ryuki.
Okay then. You want me to go to the hospital? Before I do, let me ask for one thing. Can you replay the scene from Studio Devita right now?
Ryuki.
I want to solve the HP case. No matter what. No. I have to solve it. For Komeji. Especially now that he's...
Sheesh, you really... Fine, I'll do it. But promise me that after the investigation, you'll...
Yes. I'll go get checked out.
Promise, okay?
Yeah, I promise.
Oh, wow. Glad they're actually addressing it.
Now, close your eyes. Let's do this. So, what did you want to investigate here?
Something's been bothering me. You see that camera on the tripod that's tipped over? When we got here,
It wasn't like that.
why did it fall over?
Could it have been terror?
But why?
I don't understand why, but it could only have been him.
No, that's not true. There's another person that could have tipped it over. When we regained consciousness, there were 4 people here. Iris, Kizuna, Mame, and Shoma. The first one to go into the studio was...
Amame. That's what Iris and Kizuna said. Are you suggesting Amame tipped over the camera?
It's entirely possible.
But why would she do that?
That's what I'm going to figure out.
Oh, wow.
The kettle is on the floor.
Must have fallen off the table.
I wonder how it fell.
Someone did a pile driver on it.
Ah.
Either that or it was bumped or something.
There's a cord coming out of the ground.
There's a power cord on that table. I think it's for the electric kettle.
Probably means the kettle was here. That one video was playing on the monitor.
This is where you lost consciousness. And me, right after.
From the status of Komeji's corpse.
The door on the east side.
The door we entered from. What's the estimated time of death?
Roughly an hour and a half ago. Based on the time the body was discovered, of course.
So roughly 10 p.m., February 13th. We woke up here around 11:30 p.m.
Okay. I don't have X-ray. Weird. Komeji was looking back here. Huh. Nothing, huh?
The door on the west side of the building is locked. I don't think we can open it from this side.
Are there any other exits?
The only other door is the door to the east, the one we entered from.
So, east and west. Just the two exits.
Okay. Important. Okay, big camera.
It's the rope that had you in the tortoiseshell bondage position.
Tortoiseshell? No, that's not true.
Oh? Was it a crab tie?
No. No crabs, no tortoises, no shrimp, nothing. Anyway, look at the rope. There's a fake nail.
It matches what Amame had on.
Rope tying up Ryuki. Did she tie him up?
It really isn't standing up.
Yeah.
Could it be the alcohol's fault? It happens all the time. Don't worry about it.
What are you talking about?
Unusual heat reaction? Oh.
The floor is wetter than my...
Please don't even say it.
Would you prefer the word moist?
Ah! Oh my god.
I think there was hot water in the kettle. It must have been in keep warm mode. That must have fell and...
Yeah.
Footprints from the water. Seeing that it's still warm, the prints couldn't be more than a few minutes old by the time this data was gathered.
So right before we regained consciousness?
Yeah.
Can you tell me whose prints they are?
Judging from the shape and size, absolutely Amame's.
The prints lead to the door over there.
The door on the west side.
Yeah.
Okay. It looks like we're pretty much done investigating here. I think I can make one conclusion.
Oh? Care to share what that is?
First, think about what Mame did when she first entered the studio. Judging from the trail, I think she came to me first. She couldn't have come to me after stepping in the warm water, because if she did, it would have left prints.
Okay.
So the first thing she did must have been to try to untie me. That's when a bit of her nail broke and stuck to the rope. But then, something happened that stopped her.
Something?
I'll tell you later. Anyway, she stopped trying to untie me.
Where did she go from there?
Here. She tipped over the camera
Oopsie.
by accident. Mame must have been in a hurry. She tipped over the camera by accident.
And then what?
She came here next.
She was running from someone.
Mame ran into the table, which caused the kettle to fall.
Someone startled her and she ran.
And the hot water spilled on the floor.
And then?
Well, they stopped right in front of the...
Damn it.
Well, if we trace her footprints, they stopped right in front of the western door. The door was locked and it didn't open, so she couldn't get out. And then... Tama, do you have any ideas why Mame stopped trying to untie me?
I sure do. But continue. I want to hear what you're thinking.
Okay, here's my answer. It's simple, actually. I think Mame saw Terror enter the studio. While she was untying me, Terror came across the scene. They ran over to her to try to take her out. That's why the body was left in such an unnatural position.
I see. We're on the same page. There are still some question marks, but... Well, putting that threat aside for now, shall we get started?
Start what?
Filming, duh.
Again?
You got a problem?
I figured with this situation being so serious, she wouldn't aggravate his mental state, but apparently not.
So, are you ready?
No.
Okay, here we go.
I said no.
Ready? Action! I'm going to cast you as a Mame. Recreate her movements.
God, just duct tape to his chest.
Let's start with when she first ran into the studio.
Her first move was...
What? Oh no! Mr. Ryuki is tied up!
What's really funny is that he's doing a very good job of vocally impersonating Faye Mata. I love it.
You're a really shitty actor.
Well, what did you expect?
Ryuki! Mr. Ryuki! Mr. Ryuki! Snap out of it! This is when her nail fell off.
Mame tried to untie the rope, and...
That's when Terra ran into her.
Since Terror is blocking the east door, she can't go that way, so she tried to run to the other door.
Okay, let's see your best performance.
Oh my god!
God.
Why do you make me do this?
Okay, go on. Run away.
And then, run into the camera.
Yeah.
Then run into the table, and that drops the kettle, and...
Don't the
She discovers the west door is completely locked.
But that doesn't make sense. The Prince show going out.
Cut! You were doing so well.
But didn't the footprints show that they went outside the door?
Anyway, she was cornered and... What happened after that? This is what I was trying to get at earlier. And one more thing. When you asked Amame if she saw the culprit, she shook her head. Why did she lie?
Hey, Tama. You collected all the data in this studio, right? Including X-ray?
Yeah?
In that case...
Oh.
I knew it.
What? Terror?
I think so.
So when we regained consciousness, they were in the studio?
That must be the case. Wait, you didn't notice, Tama? I thought you had X-ray vision.
I thought it was part of the set.
Anyway, they have a gun?
Yeah, a 50 caliber automatic handgun.
Oh boy.
That could do some real damage.
This next bit is just speculation, but Terror headed to the western door and cornered Mame, but then must have heard footsteps coming from the other door. Iris, Kizuna, and Shoma. Of course, Terror probably had no idea who they were. Terror must have said something like,
Don't tell them I'm here. If you do, I'll shoot you.
Then they hid in the set, since their only escape route was cut off.
That's why Amame lied. She couldn't have said anything with Terror threatening her.
Probably.
Oh. Case closed. Amame's actions.
What a shame. Terror was right there, but we couldn't get them.
There was nothing we could have done. Shoma was the top priority.
Anyway, there's only one thing we need to do. Let's find Mame. She saw Terror in person. She's a key witness now. Maybe she has some information. Something about Terror we don't know. Maybe a voice, or how they walk. Hey, Tama. Where is Mame?
I don't know. Her smartphone is either off or somewhere with no reception.
Oh no. I asked someone to call Kizuna, Iris, and Gen to ask if they knew where Mame was. None of them picked up.
Hold on a second. What about your promise?
Fine, I'll get checked. And I want to talk to Shoma. He's at home now, right?
At least what Tama said. At least that's what Tama said before I came to the shrine. I have no idea how Shoma was able to get out of the Ferris wheel. I don't know if it's related to all this. I had a strong desire to find out.
So we have 3 objectives. Finding a Mame, getting checked up at the hospital, and meeting with Shoma, right?
Yeah.
Fine, I'll tag along. Not to mention today is special for partners. Valentine's Day.
What do you mean?
I don't know. Why don't you tell me? Anyway, let's get going.
Oh, he smiled. That's actually nice. Let's check on Shoma first. Limo!
Hey, don't get in the kotatsu without permission.
It's cold out, and I'm cold.
What are you doing here?
I wanted to ask a few things, but before that, Shoma... No, never mind. Don't worry about it.
Decided not to ask him what happened at the studio. It would be cruel to remind him, not to mention, I don't want him running off again. Probably be best to avoid talking about Komeji and the interrogation from the cops. I wanted to ask about...
Dad, I shouldn't have said that you should die. It's all my fault.
Oh no!
Shoma.
It's not your fault, kid. About the code for Bats 490.
Shoma, you still haven't told me why you lied.
Lied?
About the code for Bats 490. That wasn't referring to Horodori Institute, but you said it was.
Sheesh, can you just let it go? I didn't solve the code.
How'd you get out of that Ferris wheel?
Huh? What are you talking about?
The Ferris wheel at Misaton.
I didn't go to Misaton.
What? That's impossible. I definitely saw you get on the Ferris wheel.
Maybe you saw my doppelganger? Or maybe my clone.
Your clone? No, I don't think so. I mean, we may have the technology for it, but I've never heard of any human clones.
At the same time, I am definitely someone who believes that scientists have definitely cloned a human at this point, but it's unethical, so probably it hasn't been talked about. It's probably, like, very classified knowledge and everything, you know. I don't know if it was done legally or not, but you cannot tell me that with, like, the ability to clone people, like we were able to clone a sheep and everything, that they wouldn't try it on a person, too. You can't tell me that no one would do that.
Not to mention, it's forbidden by law.
The law doesn't mean anything, not to a psycho like Chikara.
What do you mean?
Yeah, they're researching cloning, so maybe they secretly made my clone.
Impossible.
I'm just kidding. Well, I'm not kidding about Horodori Institute researching cloning. Just about cloning me.
How do you explain the Ferris wheel, then?
Maybe you were seeing things.
Seeing things?
Maybe you got the TC Purge.
Purge?
Last year, they invented a way to edit genomes called Purge.
Purge was developed by Horodori Institute. TC Purge is kind of like a virus.
What?
People at Horodori Institute called it the organic nanomachine. It acts kind of the way a virus does. When it enters the body, it latches onto bacteria, and a protein complex called CRISPR-Cas-beta is made. CRISPR-Cas-beta can cut, move, and attach certain DNA nucleotide sequences. When it enters the brain, it can even overwrite the DNA structure inside neurons. It can make you see things, make you dance. It makes you do weird things over and over.
Holy shit, that would actually explain what's happening to us.
And on top of that, TC Purge multiplies in the body. It takes over the multiplication functions of bacteria and makes copies of itself. And it can be passed to other people with your breath.
Shoma, how do you know all this?
Well, there's just some stuff.
I'm looking for Mame.
Yeah?
Do you know where she is?
I have no idea.
Oh, damn it. Okay, I didn't ask about Komeji because I was trying to be
Ryuki, we can hold off on Horodori Institute. We need to prioritize.
Yeah, we need to find Mame.
Yeah. About the thing Komeji got.
I'm sorry, Shoma. This might be hard for you. but can you tell me about Komeji? Komeji picked something up at the rooftop amusement park in Misatan. Something that is meaningful or significant to Terror. But he didn't tell me what it was. I thought you might know something.
Sorry, but I have no clue.
I see.
Huh. So, Misatan, that place, that's where he found whatever was important to Terror, and that's where we saw, like, Shota disappear. Shoma. Oh my god, I wonder if it is connected. Oh, also, before we go on, I just do want to say something. Because I did some research because I was curious. Because I had never really heard the voice actor for Shoma before. So I was like, okay, who are they? The actor's name is Greg, and this is a difficult last name, Vinci Guerrera. Yeah, Greg Vinci Guerrera. Or Vinci Guerrera. I'm not quite sure because it could be Italian. But either way, they are trans. They are trans male, and I just thought, like, wow, like I said before, I love when they have representation in like games like this, because, you know, Shoma, amazing work, and like the actor does an amazing job with it in so many ways. So like, I hope we hear more of them in the future. I really do. Let's go to the Central Hospital. Let's get checked out. Whoa! Whoa!
I'm glad we had an open room for you.
Whoa! That's the same nurse! That's the same nurse who was talking to the masked girl!
It's quiet here. You should be able to relax and focus on your treatment.
Treatment?
Oh, you don't have to worry about the paperwork for your stay here. We'll handle everything.
Hold on. My stay here? What are you talking about?
You don't remember?
Remember what?
This is troubling.
What? What? Window! Hello?
Doctor, you shouldn't. You shouldn't be doing this at the hospital. Put your ball away. No playing Kuseman Go in the hospital.
Okay.
My name is Hanayo Nasu. I'm a nurse at this hospital. I used to go by a different name.
You got married?
No, the opposite. I got a divorce, so I'm going back to my maiden name.
Huh. How long have I been here?
It's been a few hours since you arrived.
A few hours? Impossible.
What? Tama knows things, but she's not telling us.
Mr. Ryuki, do you remember getting a checkup? I'm sure the doctor would have told you everything.
No, I have no idea.
I see. Then I'm afraid I'll have to be the bearer of bad news. Mr. Ryuki, you have what we call cognitive dysfunction. Sometimes you'll forget what time it is or where you are, even lose track of the people around you. It's all part of your condition. In addition to that, we believe that you have a short-term memory disorder.
Tama, is this true?
Yes, it is.
This is difficult for me to say, but your condition is very serious. We need to begin treatment immediately.
Whoa.
I'm going to get the files. I'll be right back, so please wait here. Excuse me.
Okay, I went to the hospital like I promised. Now let's get going, Tama.
What are you talking about? That nurse told you that you need to stay here.
I don't have time for that. I need to solve this case. Please, Tama, just 3 more days.
I refuse.
Fine, just 1 day. 24 hours is all I ask. Please let me do this. Please. I'll give you some chocolate later.
Are you joking? You know I can't eat chocolate.
No, I mean like emotional chocolate.
Emotional chocolate?! Oh my god! Okay. Oh my god. Okay. like I said, it took a while, but like they've grown on me so much. I love these characters.
Ah, fine. But you're only getting 24 hours. Not a second longer.
Thanks, Tama.
Oh boy. Let's go to Marble. Alright, Mama! I need help! Help me with your milky balls!
Welcome! We aren't open yet, though.
What you doing there?
I've got something for you, Ryuki.
What?
It's hard, and it'll leave a mess all over your hands.
Chocolate!
I know exactly what Mom was talking about.
It's chocolate.
That's what I was going to say.
It's Valentine's Day.
Oh.
I wanted all my customers to get some.
Oh. Inside the box is something hard. Play with it too much and you'll be left with a mess in your hands. Best eats in the spirit world. Okay. Beer tap, shelves, alcohol. Suspicious books.
Ooh.
Ryuki, want to see a video of balls getting hit with a hard stick?
Ooh, I'm curious.
It's just billiards.
Okay, that's funny.
Hand warmer trader?
It's about 4 boys who go on a journey with a hand warmer that's holding a dangerous substance.
Special pinchos.
I'd like to taste your pinchos too.
Ha! Table! Anything else? Oh, flyer. The balls! They're just called the balls.
I like getting into holes, if you know what I mean.
What are you talking about?
Oh, don't make me say it.
You mean
spelunking?
That has nothing to do with the bar counter.
No, it doesn't. That's why I was confused. Alright. Mama!
Oh, you want to know why there are 2 balls? This way, I have a spare if one stops working.
Makes sense. God, I love Mama. Say thanks for the chocolate.
Thanks for the chocolate. I appreciate it.
Don't thank me, honey. Just don't forget to get me something on White Day.
What do you want?
Well, you can return the favor.
Meaning?
Something hard that will leave a mess all over my hands.
So chocolate. Got it. Alcohol. Wait, what? I messed up on that one. Oh well. Information about the HB case.
Information, huh? Oh, I saw something online. There's this creepy video going around. Do you know about it?
Are you talking about the Nirvana trial?
No, not that one. There's another
one?
It was released at midnight. It's called Nirvana X.
X?
That's right.
Ryuki, I looked it up. Once again, the original uploader is anonymous.
It's just like that QR video. I thought it might have something to do with the HB case.
Mama, did you watch the video?
Yeah. I have it saved on my smartphone. Want to see?
No, Ryuki. Don't do it. Something bad might happen again.
These YouTube videos have been released so far have not included anything that would induce a subliminal effect. That doesn't mean they're safe. This is There is a possibility that there was a special production technique that only works on people like Ryuki who have suffered some kind of trauma. The subliminal effect is a phenomenon in which a stimulus is given below the threshold of human perception, causing unconscious desires and emotions to arise in the person. Oh. Shit. You know where Mame is?
I don't follow. Did she get into trouble?
She may have come into contact with terror. She might have valuable information.
Well, okay then. Let's ask the Big Milky Balls.
Could you call them something else?
No! I love it! Tama, after you doing weird stuff all game, it's Mama's turn.
Oh, mighty balls. Who has the softest, bounciest skin in all the land? That is Mama, of course. That's right. Oh, you know it.
Who gives a shit?
I agree.
Now, serious mode this time. Oh, balls, the great and powerful. Please find someone for me.
Oh, balls, the great and powerful.
Her name is Amame Doi. Where is she right now?
You should go to the Nice Japan branch.
Okay!
You should gain some valuable information there.
Ooh. How was it?
Thanks, that was helpful. The Nice Japan branch.
Are you going to take her seriously?
Not necessarily, but it won't hurt to check, right? Mama, please.
Ryuki!
Okay then, I'm going to stream it on the screen over there. It's probably better to watch it on a bigger screen.
Oh, this could be very bad for us.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
Clickety-click.
My God, these just get so worse. Huh. Who made this shit? God, it's like if a fever dream was on acid and then had another fever dream. Wait. Ryuki?
What did I tell you? I warned you!
Huh? I think I'm okay.
Don't scare me like that.
I think it's because he didn't watch it from inside, like the eyeball. It wasn't directly in his brain.
Judging by the name, it's gotta have something to do with the Nirvana initiative. The incidents at Shinjuku might be related too.
What incidents?
Well, one example is what happened with that rocket. Luckily, there weren't any casualties. Anyway, I think that was like a test run for the initiative, but we don't know anything for sure. Where the actual show will happen, who's behind it, and why, we don't know any of the details.
We do have a clue as to when, though. The Nirvana X video. There were 2 codes on there. One of them was 215-1200. I think it's a date and a time.
February 15, 12 p.m.
Yeah, noon tomorrow.
The date and time when the Nirvana initiative will begin.
There's not much time.
What about the letters?
Not sure about that one. The numbers represented a time and date, so I'm guessing those were for a location.
A location?
But what is the Nirvana initiative?
We have a lot to think about now.
Let's get a move on.
Let's go to the Kumakura office.
Hey, Ryuki, what's up?
I wanted to ask you something.
Hey, look! I'm a flying squirrel!
Did you hear something?
Nope, nothing.
God damn it, Tama. Ashtray.
Why would you even...
It's my dream to do it on a sofa.
Why would you even say that out loud?
Because yes. What, you don't want to do Tama on a sofa?
Hey, Ryuki, see those lanterns?
You're not gonna do one of your stupid sex jokes again, are you?
Really? You see them?
Please don't make me participate in this.
Do you see them, Ryuki?
Yes.
What are they?
Lanterns.
Lantern these nuts?
Ah!
You want me to hack it, right? I tried, but the security is too strong. But if you give me about 2-3 minutes, I'll be all good.
I didn't ask.
Oh shit, shooting star. I want chocolate from Tessa. I want chocolate from Tessa. I want chocolate. Damn it, I couldn't say a third one in time.
About Mame.
Talking about a Mame Doi? Tessa's friend.
So you know her?
Of course. I know everything about Tessa. So what about Mame?
She might have some valuable information about the case. I'm trying to find her. Do you happen to know where she is?
Sorry, I got no idea.
I see.
How you doing?
Not bad. Tonight, Tessa is gonna have a Valentine's Day stream. Oh, thinking about it makes my heart dance. Oh, I'm so excited.
Ask for information about the HB case.
Why are you even asking me?
Yakuza have connections all throughout the underworld, so I thought you might know something. Anything would help. Rumors, anything.
Rumors, huh? So our parent group, the Ujisaki, there's this higher up that's connected to NICE. I did hear something from him. The president of NICE Japan, Tokiko Shigure. She was in a relationship with the head of Horodori Institute, Chikara Horodori.
She was in a relationship with that guy? What the fuck? The Ujisaki family is a diabolical criminal group. Basically, they earn their income through illegal activities in the underworld, but they also seem to be receiving requests for work from secret societies. Seems they have connections with the Freemasons. You know, Freemasons, a fraternal society said to have been created in the 16th to 17th century. They have members all over the world. They call each other brother. They operate from the Grand Lodge, their headquarters. The symbol of the fraternity is the Builder's Square and a compass. The tools of masonry. One more thing. The Eye of Providence is also famous. It's a triangle in the shape of an eye on it. Design is also considered one of the symbols of Freemasonry, the Illuminati, basically. By the way, this is a story. There's a story that the Boy Scouts of America were also created by the Freemasons. I could actually believe that. The Boy Scouts of America is ostensibly an organization that seeks to improve the character of its members to make good people even better. But actually, wow.
What?
Of course, this isn't recent. We're talking decades ago. Back then, Tokiko wasn't even the boss. She was just some grunt at NICE. But Chikara, on the other hand, was pretty high up the ladder at NICE. Used his newfound power to get with Tokiko. Back when she was in her 20s, I heard she was a hottie. But like I said, she was young and naive. Chikara basically tricked her. He was married at the time. Even had kids. Tokiko was his mistress. Real secret relationship type shit.
And that's where Gen came from, because I'm pretty sure that Gen is their child.
Yeah, that's all I know about that. But I do have some more dirt on Chikara. This was also decades ago, but Chikara went to child service agencies all over Japan and got something from them.
What?
DNA samples. He said it's for DNA treatment or something, but I don't buy it. My guess is he was doing something shady.
Wait. Hold on. If Gen is his child, it could be that he was trying to help Gen with his research initially.
Horodori Institute was real sketchy back then.
Huh.
Tokiko and Chikara in an illegitimate relationship.
And Chikara getting kids' DNA. Let's figure it out later.
We still need to find Mom.
Yeah, I'm really worried about Mame right now. Yoyogi Park. Maybe we'll run into Leon here.
Doesn't look like Amame is here.
But wait, Leon is.
Yeah, I figured.
Leon is obsessed with Kizuna, and Kizuna is Amame's friend.
Yeah, he might know where Mame is.
Let's ask.
Oh, you again. What's up?
Do you know a girl named Amame Doi?
Oh, Kizzy's friend. Of course I know her.
Do you know where she is?
Yeah, I do.
What?
Really?
I saw her earlier.
Where?
I don't know.
Bro?
Give me 100,000 yen and I'll think about it.
How about you tell me or I'll arrest you?
You can't be serious.
I'm low on cash. Come on, Ryuki.
Fine. We'll do this. Leon, do you have a 500 yen coin?
Yeah, I do.
I'm going to look away, and you put it in one of your hands. If I can guess which hand it's in, tell me for free.
And if you're wrong?
I'll pay you.
All right.
I'm gonna cheat!
Let's do this. Don't peek. Okay, I'm ready. Guess, which hand is it in?
It's his left hand.
Left hand, huh? Are you sure? You can change it if you want to.
Nope, it's left for sure.
Darn it.
I knew it! I knew we were gonna cheat!
See?
How did you know?
Superpowers.
Ugh, damn. Well, fine. I did make a promise. I saw Mame at ION.
ION.
That's the child services facility run by Ryuki Chieda. He's Ina's father.
It's Valentine's Day today, right? We promised to meet up tonight. But I couldn't wait any longer. I want to see Kizzy right now. I don't need to talk to her. Seeing her from afar is...
Leon, you are such a stalker! Stop!
So that's why I went to ION.
It's kind of like wanting to watch porn before going to happy ending places.
I don't think this is anything like
It really isn't.
Mame was there. Mame, Kizzy, and Iris were talking. They had real serious looks on their faces. I couldn't barge into their conversation, so I left without saying anything.
They were discussing something serious then.
Yeah, those three saw Komeji's body at Studio Devita. Maybe they were talking about that.
Why are you even looking for Mame?
Well, you see...
Wait. Is Mame a suspect in the HB case?
What?
No, that definitely couldn't be it. Oh, Kizzy. Yeah, I'm excited for tonight. We should meet. Okay. I'll see you there.
Wow, he's actually going to meet with her.
God, I wish that were me. No, I need to learn respect.
Yes, you do, Tama.
Decision.
Oh, God. A date with Kizuna today?
A date? I guess it was a date.
Because it was Valentine's Day.
Yeah? Why do you ask?
Nothing. Just...
Kizuna saw Komeji's body at the studio, and then went on a date with Leon? Maybe she had an ulterior motive. What are you drinking?
I thought I told you that before. It's Alfrey. Non-alcoholic beer.
Did you buy that?
Of course I did. Okay, maybe it's true that I did steal a lot before. I know it's nothing to brag about, but they did call me the Master of Unlocking.
God, that's totally a reference to Jill Valentine from Resident Evil. Stop doing that!
But that's all in the past.
Did you always steal by yourself?
It depended on what needed stealing. Sometimes I went alone, sometimes in pairs. If it was a big target, like some mansion in the boonies, I'd go with a team of 5 or 6 guys. The leader of the group was a Kumakura. You know them, right? That's how I met Moma, the chairman of the Kumakuras. I was usually partnered with Quartz. They were kinda like a bodyguard. Helped me out whenever I got in a sticky situation. Why am I even telling you all this? I think I've said too much. Please forget it. It's all in the past. Like I said.
You know what? Like, Leon may be a creepy stalker guy in a lot of ways, but I like the fact that he's trying to move on and trying to be a better person. I like that. Why do you think Mame is a suspect?
Oh, actually, 4 days ago, on the 10th of February, I saw Mommy then, too, in front of Horodori Institute.
What?
She didn't notice me, though. Anyway, Mommy headed into Horodori Institute by herself. What business does she have at that research facility? That's what I was thinking to myself. I saw another person follow her in right after. It was Tokiko. Tokiko Shigure, president of NICE Japan.
Holy shit!
I know what you're thinking. Why would you think she's suspect just because of that, right? Well, you're right. I don't even know if Mame and Tokiko saw each other in there anyway. Not to mention, Tokiko was killed 2 days ago, on the night of the 12th, so maybe it's got nothing to do with it. Nah, it probably doesn't. Just coincidence. But for whatever reason, it caught my attention. All right, I'm gonna get going. I'm gonna see Kizzy tonight. I need to head to the beauty salon first.
Beauty salon?
Anyway, adios.
Okay. I wonder if he and Kizuna will be in a relationship in like after the time skip.
Horodori Institute?
4 days ago.
It's interesting that Tokiko was behind her as well. Horodori Institute. I remember.
The goal was to get inside the hidden room inside Horodori Institute.
We totally put that on hold. We need to go search that hidden room. But going now would be pointless. If it's a hidden room, it's gotta be a secret and locked up tight. They're not just gonna let us in there.
Anyway, we should focus on the task at hand. Find Amame.
Yeah. Leon said he saw her at Iowan.
Iowan. Let's go to Brahman.
Amame.
Yeah.
She was here earlier.
Really?
She left pretty quick, though.
Why was she here?
It's Valentine's Day today, isn't it? Well, she brought some chocolate.
Oh!
Chocolate?
Yeah, why? Is something wrong?
Mame saw terror at the studio. Right after that, she saw Komeji's body. She still brought Gen chocolate? Why didn't you pick up the phone?
I was so busy today. We're expecting a lot of customers, so I have a lot of prep to do.
Why are you expecting a rush?
You know about what happened in Shinjuku yesterday? We're actually pretty close to there.
Wait, what happened in Shinjuku?
A rocket?
That's right. So anyway, there's tons of people around here now. I thought some of them might stop by here.
Huh. Where is Mame?
She said she was headed to Iris's house.
The Sagan household, huh?
Thanks. I've been trying to get a hold of her, but...
Her phone is out of battery. She told me earlier.
I see.
Why are you looking for Amame?
Gen and Mame are close. Can't tell him there's reason to believe she ran into terror. I don't want him to worry about her. I'll play it off.
Well, you see...
I tried calling Iris, but still no dice.
We should just head to the Sagan household.
Yeah, good idea.
Okay, we'll go to Sagan first. Hitomi!
I'm sorry. I think you're just one step behind. Mame was here, but she left with Iris to go somewhere.
I see.
I'm sorry, Mame. Iris is taking a long time to get ready. Mame?
No. No. Do not tell me that Mame is leading her into a trap! No! Oh. I remember being here, as Date. Oh, man. About Date. Date and Hitomi had a deep relationship. I know that.
Why do you ask?
Well,
I haven't seen Date in a while. I've been waiting for him, but...
I'm sorry to ask such a delicate question.
No, it's okay.
Oh. Anything off about Iris and Mame?
Anything off about them?
Like a state of shock or panic, maybe?
Let me think. Iris seemed normal, but I do recall Mame seemed troubled. She didn't say a word while she was here, like her head was somewhere else. While Iris was preparing to leave, she just stared off into the distance.
Where did Iris and Mame go?
I I'm not sure. They didn't tell me where they were going.
Oh, god damn it! I'm worried!
Sorry to have wasted your time.
There's no such thing as wasting time when you're investigating. Even the most insignificant piece of information could be relevant.
Ryuki, I've never seen you so positive.
Maybe you're a good influence on me. Let's get going. We need to find Mame.
Thank you, Hitomi. Oh, man. Let's go to Iowan. Maybe that's where they were. Maybe that's where they were. Tama and I headed to Iowan to find Mame. She was nowhere seen, neither was Kizzy or Iris, who were supposedly with her. Oh, ask Worker if he saw the 3 girls. Saw them, but that was a while ago.
Well, we tried. Let's go.
No, wait. That person over there.
That's...
Excuse me! Nice to see you again.
I need to hurry. If I don't...
Why are you barefoot?
Rats don't wear shoes.
What?
But you're not a rat.
Squeak, squeak.
Are you really a rat?
Or, go again?
Your mask is upside down.
The body is the opposite.
What?
Your clothes are worn out.
I forgot to put mothballs in the dresser.
What are you doing here?
Breath. Where is it? Where is the main event taking place?
Main event?
There she goes.
What was she talking about?
Maybe a Halloween event or something?
Wrong season for that.
Halloween is all about costumes. Speaking of costumes, makes me think about monsters, which makes you think about unidentified animals, UMA. I think my favorite UMA is the chupacabra found in Puerto Rico. It has big fangs in its mouth. It sucks the blood of humans and livestock. It can jump over 15 feet. I don't remember the specific height, but it seems to be relatively small in comparison to other monsters. Okay.
Maybe she was talking about that one thing.
What?
Don't make me say it. You know what I mean, don't you?
She's obviously talking about tomorrow, the day that their Nirvana initiative is supposed to happen. I absolutely don't.
There's no point in paying further attention to her. We should head to...
a different spot.
Nice Japan. This is the last place. The detective. Kagami!
It was 2 days ago that Tokiko's body was found here. The investigation is still ongoing.
So, what are you planning on doing here? Mommy wouldn't be here.
I didn't come here expecting to find Mame.
You should go to the Nice. You should gain some valuable information there.
What valuable information could be here?
I don't know, but let's look around.
This has become a difficult situation. There are many factors to consider, taking into account probability and all. Oh, what dating app should I use? So that's how it's gonna be.
It is!
Well, I suppose it's not that bad. Is this getting a little too scripted? That's what the people want. Anyway, my name is Kagami. That's my line. Huh? Did you forget already? Fine. My name is Kagami. K-A. Ga. G-A. Me. M-I.
I already know his name. Shouldn't ask again. Oh god, no. Pretty sure I know his name.
Very well. Mr. Ryuki, you can give me a nickname. That way, you won't forget.
A nickname, huh? Something easy to remember would be good, right?
Exactly.
How about Kagami? That's an easy nickname to remember.
I knew it! I love this man. About Mame.
Do you know this girl? Her name is Amame Doi.
Oh, I know her. She's a mermaid at Sunfish Pocket.
That's true, but how do you know that?
Oh, well, I've been there a few times. I wanted to investigate the day-to-day lives of young women.
As an inspector?
I need to know what's in. It's an important part of being an inspector.
That's a tough sell.
Do you know where she is now?
No, I wouldn't know. I can tell you that she isn't working right now, though. I heard from another girl that she hasn't been feeling well recently.
Yeah, no shit.
Right. It's unlikely that she'd be at Sunfish Pocket. Mame saw Terror at the studio. And right after that, she saw Komeji's body. It's unlikely she'd be at work with all that going on.
The image of a Mame that appeared in Ryuki's hands. That was a hologram shot out from my left eye, my main body. How cool am I, huh? It was pretty fucking cool. Okay. Evidence marker. The desk. Laptop. Ah, the pool. The waterfall. Any new intel?
There isn't anything here.
Anything regarding Mame?
Mame?
It's this girl.
Don't recognize her.
Window! How are you?
It's all right now.
No!
Because I am here.
Half might!
Northern Mariana Islands. Smash!
Okay, that was great! Detective, any clues in the president's office?
It's not a lead or anything, but it is interesting.
What is?
It's gonna take some time to prepare. I'll let you know when I'm ready.
Did you search the space downstairs?
You talking about the underground cathedral? It's off limits right now. There's concerns that it might collapse.
So you don't know about the box?
The box?
There was a box there with a strange-looking device. Tama, can you show the image?
Sorry, I don't have it.
What?
Ryuki, when you went to the cathedral, you fell off the bridge, remember? The impact caused me to lose some of my memory. I was only able to recover up to finding Tokiko's body in the president's office.
No backups?
Because it was so deep underground, there was no signal down there.
Come to think of it, there were some network problems.
Exactly. So I couldn't upload the data to the cloud.
Damn.
Anything regarding Mame?
Who?
This girl.
No. I don't know where she is.
I see.
Damn. Where's Tokiko's body?
The body is long gone for the autopsy. It really is a shame. She was killed right before her birthday.
What?
Tokiko's birthday is February 15th. There was a huge party planned for her here. It really is such a shame.
Oh! No!
Ryuki, I'm ready. It's what I mentioned to you earlier.
Oh, please go ahead.
Look at that pond over there.
Is that?
It's Tokiko's hologram. Her laptop was in the desk. There was a program running. This, I think it's some software aimed at these cultists. Needless to say, it's just an image, so she can't really interact with you. But she does talk. Lectures even. If you give her a topic, she'll give some pre-recorded response. You can choose from 4. Moksha, gain. Form is emptiness, and the allegory of the cave. There's other data in there too somewhere, but it'll take time to get at.
Okay. Moksha.
Moksha, or enlightenment. One is only truly free when free from all desires. But this state of mind is not something that can be easily defined or described in words. It is implicit knowledge. It is not something you can understand without experiencing it for yourself. Imagine, for example, someone who has never seen the color red. It is impossible to explain to that person what the color red is.
It is, actually, yes.
You can't truly understand the redness of the color red until you experience it. Moksha is similar in this. So how can you reach moksha? Among Hindu followers are those known as the sadhu. They follow a strict spiritual path of penance in an attempt to reach moksha. For example, one may stand on just one leg for decades, or try to roll across the entire Indo-Chinese continent. One may live on a bed of nails, Another might strike his head upon a pillar thousands of times. Among Buddhists, there are the ascetics. They perform a 1,000-day circumambulation, walking 30 miles a day around steep mountains. And they chant the mantras without pausing to eat, drink, or even sleep for 9 whole days. It is said that the founder of Zen Buddhism, the monk Bodhidharma, sat cross-legged facing a wall without rest for 9 years straight. But how do all these things achieve moksha? Is it because pain and penance cause your desires and thoughts to dull and disappear? That may be part of it. Or is it perhaps the state of nothingness that comes over you upon achieving these feats? One may come to the conclusion that desires themselves are illusory. Nyes has a slightly different interpretation. Do you know how a debugger finds bugs in games? They try to run into walls over and over and over again. They go to places that normal players won't go, or leave the game on for days. They do things that normal players don't do. Unpredictable actions that the programmers failed to anticipate. That is how bugs that weren't even considered in the planning stages are found. Does this remind you of anything? Hitting your head on a pillar 1,000 times? Sitting toward a wall for 9 years? What if these actions were not anticipated by the creator? What if these actions uncovered bugs in the real world? What if they revealed the seams?
Interesting theory, I'll give it that.
In other words, these practitioners of the extraordinary are trying to find the seams, find them, and achieve enlightenment. Learn the secret of this world, the truth. And so we believe that moksha is this journey.
Bodhidharma meditated in the direction of the wall for 9 years. There have been idioms created about this. Since he was in the same position for so long, his limbs rotted off. Which is why the Dorama dolls sold in stores look the way they look. Oh! Well, that's very interesting. Game.
This world is a simulation. Thus, its creator must have created with intention. This intention we can never know for certain, but we can surmise and we can estimate. Imagine you attempt an action, but that action is prevented by something incomprehensible to you. It is reasonable to assume that action was something not considered by the creator. Contrarily, if you attempt an action and feel yourself compelled by some otherworldly force, it is probably something the creator did expect. Like rats, trapped in a maze. Go in the wrong direction and receive a shock. Go in the right direction and receive a prize. Considering this, perhaps this simulation is actually a game about escaping this inscrutable maze. Can you win this game? The creator probably wants you to.
The Allegory of the Cave.
The Allegory of the Cave is a story first told by Plato, the ancient Greek philosopher. There are prisoners imprisoned in a dark cave. These prisoners have never witnessed the outside world. All they can see are shadows projected on the walls in front of them. Merely the shadows of grass and trees, flocks of birds. Even families of deer would be shown from time to time. But the prisoners who have never seen the outside world believe these shadows to be the truth. Reality they do not doubt or question. One day, one of the prisoners unchains themselves and escapes the cave. They see real grass, real trees, real flocks of birds, and real deer.
I remember this story, actually. I can't remember where I first heard it from, but I remember it.
At that time, they saw the world as it truly is. Overwhelmed with emotion, they head back to the cave to tell the other prisoners of their discovery.
Everything we've seen until now have been shadows, false images. The outside world is completely different.
None of the other prisoners believe the escapee. Have they gone insane? They laugh. Do you understand this allegory? The escapee was enlightened with the truth and reached moksha. So what about you? Do you plan to live your days chained in a cave, scraping by a living in a world of falsehood and fraud? Or do you plan to join us?
You're assuming that the whatever is outside of this is somehow greater or better than what we currently have, when in fact it could be worse.
The decision needs to be made. Please demonstrate your determination.
Form is emptiness.
Form is emptiness. Emptiness is So reads the doctrines in Buddhist scriptures. Emptiness is not separate from form. Form is not separate from emptiness. Whatever is form is emptiness. Whatever is emptiness is form. Emptiness is sometimes translated as void or nothingness. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. Everything in this world is false. False is this world to the core. Shotok Taishi, who spread Buddhism in Japan, said something similar. All is false. Buddha is truth. The first part of the quote is self-explanatory. The latter requires context. Buddha, in this instance, is being used as a substitute for the general concept of enlightenment, Bodhi, Satori. Thus, the quote can be interpreted to mean, the sole truth of this world is enlightenment. Everything else is a falsehood. I will give another example. The butterfly dream, a famous legend told by Xuangtzu, one of the founders of Taoism. One day, Xuangtzu was a butterfly in a dream. He awoke from his dream with a question. Was his being a butterfly a dream? Or is this world he awoke in a dream? Many notable people in history have had similar thoughts. These same questions have been passed down for thousands of years. Why is that? Could there be a truth hidden in all this?
That's enough.
Well, that sure was something. Didn't help much, though.
Not necessarily. This information might come in handy later.
If you say so.
Anyway, there was no information on Mame. Let's go somewhere else.
But where? There's nowhere else to go. Limo! After that, we searched all over the city looking for Mame. Ultimately, we couldn't find her.
The sun is setting. Let's give up on finding a Mame for now.
No, not yet. There's one more place I want to go. I didn't mention it before now because I thought, considering Mame's mental state, it would be a long shot. But maybe...
Hey, can you just cut to the chase? Where are you talking about?
The maid cafe she works at. She's at the maid cafe. Sunfish Pocket in Akiba.
She's actually here! Where's Iris?
Mame, you were here this whole time? We were looking for you.
Sorry to interrupt, but Mame can't talk right now. I don't really know how, but she lost her voice.
She must still be struggling with what happened at the studio. But then, why is she here at the cafe?
Wait, Leon's here. What is he doing here?
Yeah. Well, we're gonna have to find that out next time, because we're all out of time for this episode. Where is Iris? I hope that Iris is okay. That's what I'm mainly concerned about. Oh my god. Oh boy. But either way, we'll have to find that out next time. So, thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you being here with me. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to find out. Hello. We're definitely gonna have to find out, where Iris is next time. And I mean that because I'm very concerned about where Iris might be, so yeah. But either way, thank you everybody so much for joining me. I appreciate you being here with me. I'm willing to bet that we're gonna have to go into Amame's mind with the Somnium. With the Somnium. We're gonna have to go into her Somnium with the sync machine. So that's probably where we're headed toward. But we'll find out next time. So, thanks again, and as always, if you enjoyed this as much as I did, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe if you are not already. Ring that bell for all them notifications is. And until next time, have yourselves a beautiful day, my beautiful, beautiful viewers.